Hello, I am Washayla, and I want to thank you for joining me on this Cosmic Divinity Remembrance activation call. I am so grateful that you showed up, and I'm excited to share this work with you. So, Many of you know that I just got back from a 2-month activation tour where I went to multiple places in Mexico and around the US and finished up in Hawaii. And during that time, I did a lot of workshops and a lot of light sessions, but I also had time to do a lot of personal work. And interestingly, I scheduled this tour during Mercury retrograde, knowing that, people are going to have their breakdowns and hopefully not too many during my tour. However, there were a lot of breakdowns that my hosts and hostesses had, and which resulted in some of my workshops getting canceled or restructured, or even in one case, three of them kind of ended up being put together into one. And that's okay. I learned so much from just going with whatever showed up. I never took any of it as a negative, because whatever happened, I knew was for the highest good, and I was going to get everything I needed out of this tour. So I really did get some major activation, some powerful transformation. I did do some wonderful workshops with wonderful people. And now I'm just going to share some of the highlights of that trip with you. So one of the places that I went was Valle de Bravo in Mexico, and I visited my friend Madeline, who is also a conscious star seed, a Syrian star seed, such as myself. And something that happens to me when I get together with other conscious star seeds, particularly from Sirius, but it doesn't matter, they can be from anywhere, is there's just this, like, it's as if old friends are meeting after many, many, many years. And there's just this understanding, this knowing, this excitement, this fun, this extra energy, like from home. So when Madeline and I got together, it really was like this nonstop just connection. And it was like an old friend, like being with an old friend who I love dearly and hadn't seen in a long time. Even though it was the first time we ever met in person, we had connected on Facebook and had phone calls, but we had never actually met until this trip. So she is also creating an an ascension center. I'm creating an ascension center here in Siesta Key, and she is creating an ascension center synchronistically in Valle de Bravo on some amazing land. And I was blessed to be there to help do the grand opening of her land. And so once she gets that Ascension Center up and running, I will definitely let you know how to get a hold of her. Via Bravo is this just magical, beautiful place. It's a forested, mountainous area, very much like Kauai in its energy. It's so lush, so green, so vital. There's just this vitality, this life that's available there that is really special and unique. And it reminds me of being in the mountains in Kauai. So um, that was amazing, that time in Vita Bravo. Also, I went to a Luciolite practitioner retreat with Allison. She is the Luciolite distributor for the United States. And she has a place in Lyons, Colorado Retreat Center. And Luciolite practitioners from all over the world were there, a lot from the United States, but also Dirk Procol, who is one of the founders and creators of Lucia Light. He came from Austria, and we had a couple from Canada as well. So it was just this amazing connection. And there's this kindredship, or this kinship with Lucia Light practitioners where we're all living in the same world of giving the service of providing this light upgrade, light activation, light codes for our clients. And it's a very special and beautiful thing to be a part of and to do and to provide. You really get to watch people sink in and experience a deeper connection to themselves and to the light. And a lot of people have some beautiful heart opening experiences, and they have just transformational experiences. They get a deeper connection. And so to get together with a group of people, and we're all into doing our spiritual work, every single person there was a powerful practitioner and doing this work at such a high level. And so it's beautiful to be surrounded by people that are in the same field as I am and doing this light work at such a high level of integrity and offering such beautiful service, all in their own way, in their own style. We did several group light sessions, and then I was also blessed to be included in a ceremony conducted by a wonderful young shaman named Justin. And during that ceremony, I was really deep into my experience, but I went to a place where we create worlds. So, what I mean by that is in my inward journey, which was very real, very activating, I went to a place where there were stars above me. So, like the cosmos or the universe above, and the universe also below me. But I was in this strip in the middle, and I was being shown this is where we create worlds. This is where we create reality. And this is the place where we go to birth new realities. So I got to play there. I got to experiment there. I got to have this experience of being a divine creator being and being shown and led and guided. And this is how we do it. This is how it works. So I feel like I got this piece of understanding about how this reality is created, and I got to work directly with it and remember, because there's a part of me that has certainly done this before many, many times, but I got to remember how I did that, how to do that, how we do that. And now because of that experience, I'm able to translate that into my ascension training and offer that to my clients that come for ascension training as part of the training process. There's just so much that we are capable of that we are not aware of yet. So part of my work is helping people realize what's possible for you, what can you create in your life, and how to create it. And it's always from the heart center, because when we're creating from our minds, we're not creating from the highest good, and we're not going to get the full experience of what we're creating. We might be able to manifest from our minds somewhat, but to really have this beautiful experience and connection and love, it has to come from the heart. That is so, so key. So that was part of my amazing experience in Lions. I'm so grateful for that time. And from there, I went directly to Portland, Oregon for my 8th advanced retreat. It was a week-long seminar with Dr. Joe Dispenza and not quite 1,000 friends that were also doing the work. And that was so amazing. And in the beginning, I guess the first 3 or 4 days, I was just soaring, I was creating, I was having such deep connected experiences and touching the divine and feeling the mystical, and just everything was coming together in such an amazing, beautiful way. And then on maybe the 4th day, I sort of crashed and burned, and I was confronted with I will say, a deep old program that I have been running in my life, probably for lifetimes upon lifetimes. And this program is rejection. It's called rejection. So I had the experience of my rejection program showing up and looking me in the face. And ooh, that was painful. But it was such a gift because I decided, rather than to be in upset about it, yes, I was upset to be experiencing that after having such a high, amazing first several days. But I got to confront and heal a program that I've been carrying with me this whole life and many lifetimes before. And the way that I did that was, rather than trying to push it back or disregard it or pretend it wasn't there, I just courageously jumped into it. I got coaching. I got, I went inside, I took it into my meditations. I faced it and I faced it and I faced it. I confronted it. I worked with it. I healed it. And I healed it. I ultimately got to the point of realizing this is just an old program that I've been replaying. It's not true. Every single one of these people that I'm feeling this from is part of me. And it's part of a program that I created to grow from. And when I really got to the point of integrating that and knowing this is just something that I've done to learn and grow from, something I've created from within myself and projected it onto other people, everything changed. Everything shifted. And I integrated that, I healed that, and I became more whole as a result. This is what's possible from doing transformational work. And you have to be bold about going into your healing process. Things are going to trigger you, but guess what? That trigger is a gift. Being triggered by anything. It could be traffic, it could be your kids, it could be your spouse, your parents, any family member, any friend, even animals, dogs barking, birds chirping at the wrong time. Whatever it is that upsets you or triggers you, that is a gift. Take a minute when you get upset about anything and notice, what part of me is reacting to this? That part needs to be healed. And suddenly something unconscious, something from your subconscious belief system has come now into your perspective, your awareness, your consciousness. Like, oh my gosh, look at me reacting to this thing that's seemingly outside of myself. There must be something in me that's triggered by that. What part of me is going to go into separation or upset or hurt or rejection or loneliness or whatever it is that you're being triggered into, whatever your program is, what part of me is doing that, and how can I heal that? That's your opportunity then, is to be able to heal yourself from that negativity, from that old program that you've been running probably for many lifetimes. And now is our time to dig in and heal this stuff. I drew a card right before I started, and I want to share it with you because I think it's so brilliant. So I just got this amazing card deck. I love it so much. Animal spirit, and it's got an eye on the front. So it has all of these different animals in it, and I drew for this reading, for this Zoom call, it's the vulture. And so I thought, ooh, the vulture, that doesn't sound like a very good card, does it? But every card has some wonderful wisdom to share with us. And so let me just read to you what the vulture is all about. It's relevant to everything I'm talking about here right now. The vulture, guardian and purifier, essential for rebalance. The vulture is perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all. This intriguing bird balances our ecosystem and prevents the spread of disease. It does the dirty work that no one else wants to do and cleans up our messes. The vulture appears when there's a situation that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued. What you thought was a mistake or tragedy is a blessing in disguise. So when the vulture is in balance, it clarifies and reveals wisdom. And when the vulture is out of balance, you get drama and aggression. And isn't that exactly what we do in our lives when we're triggered? We get dramatic, we get gossipy, like he did that, she did that, person did this thing to me, the car pulled out in front of me, you know, we get aggressive. I'm gonna, whatever, do something terrible to that person. You know, that's just where we go in our smallness, in our small experience, working, operating from our old programming. We want to just, you know, get rid of it, you know, make it go away. But the only way that we're going to make any of that go away, any of the things that trigger us, is to heal the trigger within us. It's within you. It's not within that person. It doesn't matter what that other person is doing. I keep bringing up traffic because I used to get really triggered in traffic. I was raised in the Midwest, small town where there wasn't traffic. And then I moved to Dallas, Texas, right out of college, where there was a lot of traffic. And I also lived in Austin, Texas, and even in Sarasota, we get traffic. But I wasn't raised with it, so I wasn't used to it. So I would get really offended, like, oh, that person pulled out in front of me, and that person cut me off. I mean, this is silly things to get upset about, right? So when I finally decided to confront that and heal it, oh no, I just looked at, like, have I never made a mistake driving? Of course I've made mistakes driving. Have I never cut somebody off? I have cut people off. I've done all of those things. So I decided to be generous. I decided to heal that program. I decided to send love when someone does something that could be otherwise offensive. I decided to send light. If somebody is tailgating me, they need to get past me, they're in a bigger hurry than I am, I just pull over wherever possible to make it easy for them to get around. I slow down, pull over, be accommodating. There's no need to get caught up in the drama and the aggression of somebody else's program. And if you are engaging in drama and aggression, then you have something to heal within you. That's not that person. That's that person showing you where you need healing. So take it as a gift. It's a gift to get triggered because that shows you where your work is, and it's internal work. It's not that person causing you the upset. It's you causing you the upset. We carry these things around with us from lifetimes upon lifetimes. I have another example. Just yesterday, I posted a video and I had a piece in there about claiming your reality. And I put it on Instagram. I have a big Instagram following, so I get a lot of people watching. Well, I had a part in that video about, I was demonstrating claiming it. So when you claim your reality, part of claiming, an example is when the astronauts landed on the moon. They took their flag and they staked their flag. Any country that does, they stake their flag and they're claiming it. This is our moon. You know, it's not really, but right, that's what they do. I'm claiming this. This is mine. We claim each other in relationships. We claim what we believe is ours. We do it in countries and war. Well, I mentioned that claiming, staking your claim in the video, and I had a person message me that said, hey, I am deeply offended by what you said about claiming countries because I'm an Indigenous person. Okay, well, I think none of us are 100% un-Indigenous. I mean, aren't we all Indigenous at some level? And haven't we all experienced something that we believe to be ours being claimed? And that's not the point. The point is, here's somebody who's operating within the upset of the past. And I actually decided to just look into this person's profile just to see, you know, what is this person's life like? What is he about? And all of his posts are upsets. They're like, this has gone wrong, that's gone wrong, this has been taken from us, that's been taken, we've been mistreated, we've been violated, and on and on and on. And I'm not saying that that's not true. Those things happened, fine. I'm not saying that it's right, or I'm not condoning any kind of misbehavior on anybody's part. So that's not what this is. What I am getting to here is that if you are walking around looking for something to be upset by or triggered by, you will have no lack of reason to be upset. You can find something to be upset about every minute of every day. That is your choice. And I am now requesting and offering you the insight of every time you feel upset about anything, you have the opportunity to heal it within you. That is a gift. The upset is a gift when you can look at it, embrace it, and let it show you where you are unwhole. Let it show you where you are out of balance. Let that upset show you where you have work to do so that you can courageously dig in and heal it. Okay. And that's the vulture's gift, right? Wherever we think that there's something wrong, it's actually a gift. We get to balance it, purify it, and become whole. That is the gift. Okay, so that was my Dr. Joe Portland experience. And from there, I went to Mount Shasta. Now, I had some of the most amazing experiences in Mount Shasta that I've had in my entire life. And I will just share. I really did have the most massive transformation there. I had a near-death experience. I'm just going to call it that. So when I went to Mount Shasta, I had the opportunity to do a lot of deep, deep soul searching and also a ceremony. But I was supposed to be doing a retreat with a co-presenter who had some major breakdowns, and he was in New York and he could not make it. He had to come a week later. And, I had like a split second of upset. We're like, oh, wait, I was supposed to be co-facilitating a retreat this week, and now I have a free week in Mount Shasta. Okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to make the most of it. And I did. So I had this experience on the mountain, or, part in ceremony, part on the mountain, where I had an ego death experience. So anytime you have a rebirth, which I did have a rebirth, you have to have a death. And that death in this case is an ego death. A part of my ego, all of my ego at one point, had to be annihilated, had to completely go away. I had to be confronted with releasing and surrendering it in order to experience God. And I did experience God. So this is a little bit of how that went. And I'm a channel of Isis, usually somewhat consciously. She'll send messages through me. I'll bring her energy through. But in this situation, I was not just a channel of Isis. I became Isis. I was Isis. Isis embodied me. There was no Washayla. It was Isis. I was Isis. So Isis came. I was Isis. And she sent out this call, and she said, I am calling my people. And it was in this other dimension of reality where I could see the crystal grid all around the earth. And on this crystal grid, she was sending out her telepathic communication, but she was yelling it, I am Isis, hear my call, Lemuria. And she was calling out to the Lemurians, maybe because Shasta is known as a Lemurian dimension. But anyway, in this situation, she was calling Lemuria. But what I was understanding is Lemuria meant all of the people who are here right now to create the 5D reality, to create this world. Hear my call, claim it, And claim it means claim our world. This is our 5D. We're here to create this together. We are here to ascend this planet here and now. This is why we came, Starseeds. She is calling all of the Starseeds that are embodied and saying, claim it, claim our 5D. This is our world, our world. And she's staking that claim. We are claiming this world back, and she's sending that out for everybody to hear. So much power in that. And I'm seeing how we do it. It's not just one person, it's all of us together that came here to do this work. We get together and we claim our world. We claim it, claim it, claim it. She was yelling, like every time she said claim it, this energy was just bursting out and going across the grid, and everybody, I felt all of these souls lighting up and feeling it and responding, and in turn claiming it and standing up and saying, yes, I claim it, and creating it. And we create this global network of beings that are anchored in this higher dimension of reality, 5D and above. We're claiming our world, and then we're claiming it, and then she says, birth it, birth it, birth it. And the birthing it is, it's not just a female, like birthing of a baby. That's not what I'm talking about. We're talking about birthing a world, birthing anything that's worth having in this world, bringing out this force from within us, from our hearts, from our beings, from our power center, and putting it out in the world in a way that we're birthing a new reality. That's what she did. And so she claimed it, and she birthed it, and on the last birth it, she said, birth it, and boom, I exploded. I as me, I as Isis, whatever I was, completely exploded, and I exploded into being God. So exploding into God is where the ego death happened. In that experience, my mind just said, so this is it. This is it. But in that, this is it, it was like, this is the end of my need to exist as Washela, because I am now something so much bigger. Not only am I so much bigger, I'm everything. I'm not just a part of everything, but I am everything. And that's what God is. And it was this energy of totality, of complete oneness, of everything that exists right here and is within this beingness. And it's like there was a sound, but I couldn't tell you what the sound was. It was like a frequency of holding it all together. And then there was this expansiveness of everything is included in this. And this, it was love, but it was so much more than any human love that I've ever experienced. Is a feeling that's so beyond what the human body can experience, that it was outside of words. It was divine love. It was beyond anything human. So, and then my mind at points would try and understand, which when you're being God, you don't need to do this, but it was my experience. My rational mind would start to enter in and say, what about my children? And then I'd see them and I would realize, but they're all part of this. They're part of me. We're all one. We're the same. We are all contained within this totality, being. And it felt so amazing and so powerful and so full and good. And there's no room for any negativity or any lack or any separation. It's completely total and full. There is no, it's limitless and completely connected. And then I'd have the thought, well, what about, my life or my work? And then see, like, it's all part of it. It's all this. It's all who I am now. Is all of it. Any person I could think of, anything I could think of, anything to do, any place, anything, everything was included in being God. So I know words don't do it justice, but that experience shifted everything for me. I I understand we're all God, we're all part of that. It's all happening. We're projecting this reality. But to have that complete saturation in that experience was very life changing for me. And I was in that experience off and on for the entire next day and going forward off and on through the next several days. Um, during which time I had my divine twin flame soul integration. Um, it was a couple days, or maybe no, it was the very next day after that experience. I was meditating and I saw these crystal blue eyes, and I recognized this as my twin flame, my divine masculine in another body, in another being. And I said, come to me, come to me. And so I invited him to come to me. And this is in meditation, but understand this is a very, very high level of meditation I was in. I was in a spiritual, ecstatic state. So I was experiencing an ecstatic bliss state for many, many hours. And this happened as part of as that experience. So what I experienced next is he came to me and entered into my crown chakra and became one with my body. I absorbed and integrated and aligned with him in a spiritual way that brought me this oneness, this completeness. It was integrating the divine twin flame. And I realized in that moment that I had been searching for these divine masculine characteristics in another being for my whole life and probably for multiple lifetimes. And I suddenly realized, all of that rejection that I had felt in Portland, hearing that, healing that was part of why I was able to have this experience. I became completely integrated with my divine masculine. Now, that does not mean that I'm any less feminine or that I'm more masculine now. What it means is I'm balanced. So now when I walk out in the world, I am not looking for someone else to complete me. When I'm in relationship with another person or with a man, I'm not looking for him to give me what I'm missing from within me because I've integrated that now. I am whole, I am complete. I have that integration. It's the twin flame or the divine twin integration, and I'm now a balanced being. I had the experience during that. I saw the caduceus, which is the snakes going up. The symbol of the medical world uses it, like the snakes going up the sword, and then there's a heart on the top, and the heart grew wings, and then I just felt like this just burst, this connection, this freedom. I'm like, oh, I'm finally free, and this is what freedom actually is and feels like, and I've never experienced freedom like this before. And so then from there, I had this image of my heart being cut in two, and then just exploding open. And this is not painful. This was an experience of heart opening, and my heart just like exploded, like I exploded into God, but this time it was my heart exploding into divine oneness again. So exploding into freedom, exploding into complete light and clarity and divine connection. And in the image that I had was, I was like, my heart grew wings, and just I was able to fly and be free. And I was able to breathe in a new way for the first time. It was as if the divine was breathing me. I became breathed by the divine rather than me breathing. I was being breathed, and I was free enough. It was the most expansive, freeing breath I've ever had in my life. So there was a lot of integrating happening on the mountain in Shasta, but those are some of the experiences that I've had that I'm integrating into my own life and my work. So I think from there, the next step is to share well, my final phase of my trip was in Kauai. My daughter and her boyfriend and her father were there, and we had a beautiful, most beautiful time visiting with, well, a lot of old friends because I used to live in Hawaii. My daughter was born there, but also we stayed with this absolutely beautiful being, Peggy. She's 87 years old, and she is a dolphin spirit and a channel of Sananda and Mary Magdalene, and just this amazing, loving being. So to be with her for a week was really divine, and to have that experience with my family and old friends and the ocean. We got to swim with dolphins. Swimming with dolphins, wild dolphins, was so incredible. We had a paddleboard and a surfboard, and we had, I think, like 5 people, and 100 dolphins came into the bay. Where I'm guessing, many pods, and we all swam out and swam with them, and they were all around us. They were swimming, they were jumping, they were, we could feel their sonar. You could feel it when you're in the water going through your body, and it was just such a blessing. So those were some of my highlights. It was just the most amazing trip, and it was an activating tour for me, and I hope for many of the people that I worked with. The blessing of giving myself the retreats that I did and the work that I was able to do has transformed my life. And I know that going forward, it will transform the lives of those who choose to work with me. So I'm going to go now into the activation. Thank you so much for being present and listening and sharing. And I hope to see you in a future call. This is the Cosmic Divinity Remembrance activation. Go ahead and find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. And you can start by just sitting comfortably or lying if that's how you're situated. And just start by closing your eyes and tuning into your breath. And as you're breathing in, allow your belly to expand on the in-breath. And on the exhale, allow the belly to contract. You're inhaling and expanding the belly, exhaling and contracting the belly. And as you are inhaling, imagine that that air, the breath that you're breathing, is going through your heart center and into your belly. So you're breathing in through the heart, expanding the belly, and on the release, you're contracting the belly. And with every breath, allow yourself to feel that heart opening, expanding just a little bit more with each breath. Good. And now as you're breathing, allow yourself to relax and deepen, relaxing on the in-breath, and on the release, allow any tension in your body to move out away from you. Breathing in relaxation and releasing tension with every breath. Good. And with each breath, you are becoming more and more centered, more and more balanced, more and more aligned. Very good. And now imagine a source of light 200 feet above your head. This is a source of divine light energy. And this source of light is moving down through the ethers into the top of your head. And it's spreading out into your cells, into your bloodstream, and into your DNA as it's circulating throughout your body, all the way to the bottom of your feet. And then feel it moving back up, bringing this divine light into your body, into your bloodstream, into your cells, activating your DNA, allowing you to balance, harmonization, repair, and upgrade that you're ready for at this time. Good. And now feel that light from above moving into your heart center. And get in touch with the light that is inside your heart. This is your heart light. Feel your heart light expanding out around your heart, breathing into it and feeling your heart energy growing, opening and expanding as it joins with the light from above. Just feel that expansion. Feel that heart energy opening. And allow yourself to sink in even deeper. Very good. And now imagine the light in the center of the earth. This is the heart of the Mother Earth, the heart light of our planet. Feel that heart energy within the center of the planet. Feel the nurturing mother energy in that light. And now see that heart light from the center of the earth moving up through roots, like roots growing up, through the layers of the earth and entering into the base of your spine and the bottoms of your feet. This is the nectar of the divine earth energy, moving up into your body, expanding out into every cell, into your bloodstream, and moving up your body. And as it goes, it's giving your DNA the upgrade, the balance, and the repair that you need to be a maximum service and energy at this time in your life. Feel that expansion within you. Feel the crystalline blueprint of your DNA getting activated, getting enhanced, expanding into a greater and lighter version of yourself. Good. And now tune in to your heart. Again, feel that expansion of the trinity of the energy from above, from below, and from within. And just feel that energy expanding out around you into a column of light. This is your golden column of light, streaming the light, the awareness and consciousness of your being and of your ascended being, that higher version of yourself, your high self, creating a column of light around you where you are safe and protected and where you are connected to a greater and higher level of intelligence, of awareness, of consciousness, and of divinity. Just feel that golden column expanded out around you. And in this column, you are always safe and you are always taken care of by your divine guidance. This is a safe, clear place for you to grow and expand and receive the knowledge of your truth and the knowledge of your true divinity, your divine nature. Feel yourself expanding out into this column, connecting to the highest level of yourself, your high self that's available to you at this time, and connecting also to that divine earth energy, the Mother Earth, who is there informing you, supporting you, and nurturing you in this process. there is a portal, it's a triangular portal in your heart. And this triangular portal is, you can think of that like a tunnel of light in your heart. You can use it to travel anywhere you want to go in the cosmos. This is your inner traveling cosmic portal. And within this portal of the heart, you can ask for anything that you want to know. You can ask for that information to come to you through this portal, and you can travel anywhere you need to go to receive this information that's vital to your upgrade and to you understanding your divinity at this time. And I'm just going to send a light into that portal within your heart, activating that Trinity portal, giving you an upgrade, giving you an avenue which you can always move into for more information and understanding, for more consciousness and awareness, for greater enhancement of your divine gifts, your spiritual gifts, and for downloads to be received through this portal. Just feel that light within your heart aligning to this upgrade and activation. And now move into the heart center through this portal and bring your intention into your heart center, and your intention at this time for your purpose and understanding your purpose in the realm of how you serve on this planet at this time. I want you to get into your heart center and get a clear understanding, knowing of why you came to this dimension, why you came to this 3D reality at this time on this planet. This is a time of activating, time of great activation for all those of you who have come to assist in the upgrade, the ascension of the planet Earth at this time. The Earth Mother is going through a powerful portal of activation, and she needs the assistance of all of those star seeds and all of those Earth beings who are here at this time to assist in this upgrade, this ascension process of the Earth and of the beings on the Earth who are ready to ascend with her. In this place, you become aware of your creative ability. You are a divine creator. The energy of creation, energy of creating worlds and realities exists within this portal of your heart. You only need to use it, tune into it, and activate it to be able to create the reality that you are here for. We are all here to create this ascended reality, this fifth dimensional and above reality, where we have access to everything we need, where there is no poverty, no lack, no anger, no violence. Anything that we desire to create in the light and through the heart is available for instant manifestation. And in this, we need to be very, very conscious and aware, because whatever it is that you think in the fifth dimension, it becomes your reality. You need to have a clear mind and a clear heart to be a clear creator. This is your opportunity to claim your divine right as creator. You only need to claim it and allow yourself to move into that higher ascended state. You do need to do all of your personal work, address every irritation, every aggression, every negativity that comes up for you, and heal it. It is completely within your power to heal every negative thought, every negative feeling and emotion that is within you. And this does not mean to suppress them in any way. This means to courageously go into the healing of your being, the healing of your karma, the release of your attachment to this third dimension so that you may have your ascension process. This is why you are here now. Breathe that information into your heart center, allowing it to sink in to the portal of light within you, allowing your heart to expand in this understanding of what we are here to create together at this time. Feel the alignment within you, the alignment to greater understanding, to greater ascended knowledge, and ask your guidance to work with you, to help you complete all unfinished business in this place, this time, so that you may confidently and clearly walk into claiming your divinity, your fifth dimension reality and above on this planet here and now. This is who you are. This is why you are here. And I invite you to take on this ascension process for yourself, for your families and loved ones, and for this entire world. It is within your power to create this now, but we must join together and do it together. Breathe into that understanding. Breathe into your access to your divinity in your heart. Feel your recalibration, your harmonization, and your ascension to your higher understanding. We are divine creators coming from oneness with God. We have been given these powers, these abilities, these creator aspects of ourselves that are still in oneness and unity with the higher divine light. And it is up to you as an individual to choose this path for yourself. No one else can choose it for you. I can give you access to understanding who you truly are. And it is up to you to accept your power and your path. If you are ready for this, then claim it. Now is your time to reclaim your power as a divinity, as creator of a higher dimension of reality. And when you do this through your heart center, there is no resistance. There must be no doubt that you are ready to move into the highest version of who you came here to be. Now is your time. Now is time to shine your light in the greatest way for this planet. You know this is why you came here. And it's time to take on serving this light in your own unique way, like no one else can do except you. You have your own divine frequency. It was given to you at the conception of your being. It is who you are and what you are. There's no need to compete with anyone else on this planet or anywhere else in all of reality, because you are perfectly unique and you are a light that we need with your own frequency, your own voice, your own understanding, and your own beingness. And you bring a very important piece of the ascension to light. As you breathe into this space, accept it, claim it, know it, and feel it within every fiber of your being. You are divine. You are the light. You are created in perfection, in oneness with God, with divinity. And that spark of divinity is who you are, it is what you are, and it is why you are here to realize the truth of your being this time. Feel that frequency and upgrade as you align with your higher version of self, your higher awareness. You allow yourself to receive this divine blessing, allowing the light to enfold you, to renew you, to cleanse you, and to expand within you. And now move into your heart center, feeling gratitude within your heart for who you are, for the gifts that you bring to this dimension, and for your role in this ascension process. Feel the gratitude in your heart for all of the guidance that you have and all of the assistance. There are so many beautiful divine beings of light here to help you and assist you. All you have to do is ask. Anytime you're ready for healing, physical, mental, emotional, and energetic, just ask. Ask these divine beings to help you, and they are ready. This is why they came. Allow them to help you and assist you. And feel that gratitude for who you are and where you are, all of the assistance that you have. And breathe again now, bringing your awareness into your body. Receive this upgrade here and now and across all time, dimension, space, and reality. We are releasing all old timelines and burning up all old timelines that you could potentially slip into. They're no longer serving you or your highest good. Release them into the platinum flame, burning up all old timelines so that you no longer slip backwards in your progression in this world and all others. And let's burn up those old timelines that are no longer serving your highest good across all time, dimension, space, and reality, so that you have now stepped into the highest version of yourself. You're burning up all karmic paths that no longer serve your highest good, burning up and releasing all cords to any beings that are not serving the highest divine light, releasing all contracts, releasing all codes and cords that would keep you in a lower vibrational frequency. Give permission from your heart center and release and cut all codes and cords across all time, dimension, space, and reality to any beings that are not 100% of the light, any and all beings that are not serving your highest good and the highest good of all in this ascension process, releasing those old timelines, upgrading, empowering you to be 100% in your light at this time on this planet. And feel that in your heart, claim it, and send it out across the crystal grid, lighting up that grid so that all of the beings of light that are here to assist this process receive that call. Claim it and send it out. We are connected on this crystal grid. We are a tribe of ascension, the Ascension Tribe. It is who we are. It is why we are here. Thank you for being part of this ascension process, all of you, seen and unseen. Good. And now let's bring our awareness back to this physical time, this body, this present moment, getting more and more clear and present, bringing all aspects of yourself that are here for your highest good back into the body, giving you more and more energy, more and more power, more and more light within your body to be fully, fully present in this body here and now. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. And breathe into that and feel your presence. Feel the clarity that you brought in with you. Feel the clarity and the upgrade of that release, opening the heart portal. We're going to bring our golden column of light back in now, allowing that portal within your heart to gently close, but knowing that it's always there at your disposal anytime you want to open it up and travel, receive information from your guidance, receive higher understanding of the divine and your divine nature and who you are and how you create. And as you upgrade your frequency, you will be stepping more and more into your portal of light, and more will become available to you. I promise you. It will become so clear to you as you do this work. I thank you so much for joining me in this process. I appreciate all of the work that you're doing for yourself and for the planet Earth and for every being that is here helping with this process. Thank you so much, and namaste. Whatever you consume today, put your energy into it with a blessing or with a light activation. You can just intend that whatever it is that you put into your body today is going to be compatible and for your highest good. And that will eliminate any symptoms of incompatibility or imbalance. Also, just be mindful of what you consume. Ask yourself, is this in my highest good? Is this going to serve my body in receiving this today? And then just see how that lands for you. I felt like there was some really powerful energy going out and being received. So allow that to continue to balance, and please feel free to let me know how that affects you. Something I want to share with you here is it's more encouragement to continue doing this work. And I mentioned before, a lot of us are experiencing a lot of stuff coming up, and how important that is to be in a healing space. So I've been reading this book. I'm going to show you. It's called Telos, Volume 1. It was mostly channeled by Aurelia Louise Jones. She's deceased now. But I was guided to buy this book when I was in Mount Shasta, and every time I open it, I get some powerful nugget of wisdom and inspiration, and it's always exactly at the right time. It's just so amazing. So last night before bed, I read this piece, and Aurelia had asked, why is it so hard for so many people here right now? It just seems like we bring things, we clear things, we heal things, and then there's more and there's more and there's more. It's like we're never done. It's for spiritual people, for empaths who feel so much. It's tedious. It feels never ending. So I just wanted to share part of the answer that was given for this. And I think it's a really powerful thing to know at this time. So in this lifetime, the idea is we are here and we are healing all of our lifetimes, because for many of us, this is our last 3D incarnation. We are moving into 5D consciousness and above. And so in order to do that, we have to heal all of our karma from all of our 3D incarnations. And for some of us, that is a lot of incarnations. So when this stuff comes up, it's so important to be powerful in healing it, because you could potentially be done with the 3D world and not have to come back to this density anymore. And that is the ultimate gift, to be able to ascend to a level where we don't have to deal with this crazy 3D world anymore. We can create from a higher platform now. So here is part of that answer. In this lifetime, everything comes together, not from 1 or 2 or 6 incarnations, but from the totality of your incarnations on the earth. Most of you have had thousands of incarnations on this planet. Everything manifests now in your lives to be healed. Every little thing. It may appear worse now than before because you are consciously looking at it and you are consciously healing it. So, even more inspiration to do the work. Just keep being powerful in what you're doing because it's not for nothing. And there is so much liberation on the other side of those programs. So with that, I would love to tell you just a little bit. I'm going to finish out, got like 10 minutes left, but I'm going to finish out by sharing with you some of what I'm up to and what I have available now. I have been doing my Ascension training program. This is mostly a guided program that I receive from my guidance. It's kind of a culmination of all of my life's work. I've been on a spiritual path for 30 years now, and I bring it all into this Ascension training program. It's a 12-week program. Online, you get individual coaching. We do activations, meditations, and breath work. So if that's something that calls to you, if you like doing this kind of work, and if you're ready to upgrade to a whole new level spiritually, and even in your business, in your work, in your service, then let me know and I can tell you more about that. I just added a 9-week breathwork course. It's a really great value. It's only $250 and it's 9 one-hour classes weekly starting in September, actually mid-September. And so that will be it gives you a little bit of the Ascension training. And if you're just up for the breath work, then this is a powerful way to start. And I'm excited to share it on a bigger level. I've been doing this type of breath work with my Ascension training group, and it's very transformational. The breath is our inspiration. It's our connection to the divine. It liberates energy. It brings us into balance. There's so much possible. And this type of breath work is it's a multifaceted breath work in that it's a lot of different types of breath work that I have put together to make a unique style that I feel like creates a powerful transformation. Anybody at any level can join the class, but it is really powerful. And so I encourage you to check that out if it's interesting to you. I've also just created an Ascension training for business. So I'm going to be working with businesses now and helping teams work together to create their next level of connection with each other, connection with the divine, and ascending their purpose in their work and ascending their ability to serve more people through their businesses. And coming soon, I am going to be doing activation retreats for Ascension. And so Ascension activation retreats. And I don't have dates set up yet, but just watch for that. The retreats are going to be such a powerful way for us to come together as a group and work in person. And while the online work is amazing and you get really connected, there's nothing like being in person and doing the work one-on-one and in a group setting. So that will be coming, if not this year, then for sure in 2020.
Thank you, Shayla. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thanks for being here. All right. Anybody else? Okay, guys. Then I'm going to send you off with so much love, so much light. I'm so grateful for each of you. I love you so much. And go be empowered in your life. Drink extra water and share that light that you are. Expand your heart and share it with the people you love. And just go be the beauty that you are on the planet today. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Namaste.